Chronicle of Umor Otutu royal dynasty. Do you know that a woman has actually ruled over Ugep as a king, Obol Lopan? She was the third Obol Lopan of Ugep. Watch till the end of this video to find out her name and all the names of the kings Obol Lopan that have ruled Ugep.
Umor in the 16th century, they were ruled by direct descendants of Leboku royal family dynasty in accordance with their already existing age-long principle of divine right of Leboku as rulers, Yabol Lepon with its attendant rule of hereditary succession. This rule was followed strictly up to Obol Efa Okoye, who ruled between 1908 to 1913 before the introduction of Akpa in the rulership of Ugep.
My predecessor was not a direct son of the royal family. His predecessor was not a direct son of the royal family. We borrow people when we don't have any legitimate son of the family. We borrow them. We borrow people. We borrow within the family. Like if in my family they look and there's no responsible person that will become the Obol, they take my son, whose mother is not a member of the royal family. We call them Okpan. We call that kind of Obol Okpan. Somebody who is not from the royal family is borrowed from another family to come and sit here as Obol. We call them Okpan. They say those one bring blessing. If a son of the father from the royal family is taken, it's called Okpan. It's not called Obol. It's Obolupon. But his kingship is not like the son who is direct from the family.
During the past, successive reigns which range from Obol Ika to Obol Omini, each of them a descendant of Leboku royal family, ruled over Ugep community. They were also in charge of Leboku matrilineal king group. They lived in Ijiman and occupied the ancient Obol Lopon palace at Lebokom near Okbawen. The ancient Ugep traditional community had line up of the Leboku dynasty of Ekpeni and Efium, Atabasi or Elesi, and Yakun Kunebol since 1746 to date. Obol Lopon, who had ruled Ugep, and since then as successive Obol Lopon selected.
When an Obol Lopon dies, the community, the Obol Lopon after burial, they will bury. Obol Lopon dies today. If it is in the morning, they will bury him in the evening. If it is late, they bury him early the next morning. Obol Lopon is buried like a Muslim. You are buried with nothing, no clothes. They just use leaves and mats, local mats, to bury the Obol Lopon. That shows that you came with nothing, no matter the amount of wealth you have. You go with nothing, just like the Muslim do burial. That's how Obol is buried. So as soon as Obol is buried, the search for a new Obol starts. They will check. We have the royal family in Ugep. Like I told you, our kingship is matrilineal. That is, we follow our mothers. If your mother is from the royal family, then you have prospect of becoming the Obol.
First, Obol Ika, Obol Lopon of Ugep from 1746 to 1788. Obol Ayo from 1788 to 1800. Obol Eja
1800
to 1821. Obia Obol, who was a woman, ruled from 1821 to 1830. Obol Uket, her son, ruled from 1831 to 1851. Obol Ebri ruled from 1851 to 1860. Obol Otu Ekpoli ruled from 1860 to 1874. Obol Usani ruled from 1874 to 1883. Obol Omini from 1883 to 1908. Obol Efa Okoye ruled from 1908 to 1913 and is distinct from Obol Kemboka. Obol Ikpi Eyong ruled from 1913 to 1939 and was an Okpan. Obol Obu Ubi ruled from 1939 to 1951. Obol Mbui Ubi ruled from 1951 to 1957. Obol Enang Obeten ruled from 1957 to 1986. He was also an Okpan. And Obol Ubi Ujong Ina ruled from 1986 to 2015 as the first Yakun Kunebol descendant. Presently, Ugep town has His Royal Majesty Obol Ofem Ubana Eteng as the 16th Obolopon of Ugep.
Ababa komboka.